just make sure everything's running fine real quick. Alrighty, looks like we're ready to begin. Bitrate's being a little bit funky, but we should be fine. Hopefully that'll stabilize out. Let's make sure my OBS is working. Good, it is. And we are ready to begin. We are right where we left off, and I'll probably end up punching more trees today. Probably gonna just try to get a bunch of trader quests done, and then for day 5 and 6, just gather a ton of wood and generally beef up the base a bit more. I'll just start heading out now, and let's hope we don't get wrecked in the meantime. I don't have scrap metal on me, that's right, because we turned all of it into the forge. We haven't even raided the neighboring houses for our area just yet. Still have a bunch of corn in the backyard. Oh, Unity moment. Let's eat that and also make sure that this is a full block. Hello? Alright, there we go. I don't think we've even raided that yellow house. Mainly just been going after missions and raw wood. There's gonna be a dog in here, so we gotta be pretty careful. Let's try to make a little bit of noise to draw it out. Nope, not a dog. Doesn't mean there still can't be one. Yoink all the fuel from these. Okay, that only counts as one barrel. Interesting. It's an engine. Definitely want to come back for that. Some random dirty medical supplies. Always appreciate me a good used needle. And let's grab the passing gas crate while we're here. We might as well. Hunting knife schematic, nice. And we grabbed pretty much everything in here. In the garage, anyway. We're just here to clear this place out, so we don't have to worry too much. I was hoping I would hit some, but I guess not. Didn't take much damage, and we don't have an infection just yet, so we're fine. More wood, always appreciate that. Let's destroy this little sidebar so that we have a place we can jump back up. Just use up this other ladder. You know, that works. And I need to turn this music down a touch. There we go, that should be fine. There's a lot of good car parts to scrap in here once we get the ability to build a wrench, though. Make sure we grab everything. Anything in the toaster? Nope. Probably just gonna be rotten meat in here. No, some actual food. I'll take sand. We're gonna need a bunch of it later anyway. Beverage cooler, very nice. And a little bit more stuff. There he is. This target on the wall is also super suspicious. Nope, nothing back there. Medicine cabinet has a sterile bandage. Or, well, a normal bandage. Can we find another poop gun? Nope, we cannot. Oh, thanks for punching me through the wall, man. The closet's clear. Yoink some more goodies. And I still don't have a lockpick. Or even the ability to make them, come to think of it. What does it even cost for a workbench? I don't know yet. And there's somebody behind that wood panel there. Maybe several somebodies. Looks like it. That woman was very tanky. But damn, did she drop a lot of stuff. Okay, we have a spider outside. Don't mind a bit of extra XP from a spare forge recipe. I'll eat the lamb rations just to clear up the inventory spot. Pipe rifle and armor modification. I think I have a pretty decent chestplate that I can throw that on. Yeah, I do. Let's repair my stuff and start hacking away at these crates. More ammo, always nice. I need to return to the trader to complete this quest, but they're not even open yet. That spider is very angry. Well, lucky for me, I already thought of a way to get out. I might just end up running for the woods and then trying to grab some trees. My sprint speed is very low right now. I'm pretty over-encumbered. We can check in here at the very least. Stone shovel, I guess I'll scrap that. I do not need cornmeal or a random spare can. I might as well keep the bullet casings because that's all brass is really used for anyway. 10 feathers is pretty nice. Okay, let's get some water in my hot bar. And you know, while we're at it, I should definitely drink a red tea as well. You know, let's just loot this house while we're here. Pretty sure I haven't been in it. Okay, I can fit in there. Shirt, shoes, untouched. Well, I got shoes. I'd rather wear the padded boots. Give me a little bit of extra stealth. Just waiting for somebody to jump out from behind one of these corners. Whoops. Let's make sure we scrap that can. We don't want to clog in our inventory up. That's only 4 potassium nitrate. I'll drop that for now as well. Really? I was expecting there to be more than one zombie in the upstairs area, but I guess not. Drink the mineral water while we're here. It's a bedroll I can't use. Yeah, this is where all the zombies are. Well, that was a pretty easy room. Anything good in here? Shades, extra perception. Do I care? I'd rather have the 10% XP gain. I'll bust on through this. Okay, that's just the sound of the door breaking. I'll leave it at a low health for now, especially since there's a couple guys on the other side. I'm gonna wait to activate that key rack. I don't want there to be a way into the house just yet. More coffee grounds, always happy to see them. Oh, snake! 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 You breaking that made me think a zombie was breaking into my base. Gotta love it. Should have crouched before I stabbed him in the head. Yeah, I myself can't watch streams of this game or just streams in general while I'm playing this game. I get too paranoid. Oh, there's a basement. I just remember this one dumb, like, renovation commercial, and their catchline was for all things basement-y. And the guy just had this smug look on his face like it's the best thing he had ever come up with in his life. I feel sorry for that man. Ken, you're a lot braver than me. I just stay on top of my base at night. I mean, it depends on whether it's a blood moon or not, I guess. While you're just out looking, I mean, I really don't care about dying. There's not much of a penalty. Sure, I gain a bit of an XP downgrade for a while, but I kill so many things that it doesn't matter too much. That is a feral rotting boy. And my shotgun unloaded itself between sessions. Gotta love that. It wasn't even enough to kill him. He's so fast. Oh boy. How much health does this one man have? He's very spooky. Jeez. 2 shotgun shells and twice as many melee hits. I don't think round's staying at all. Just reload and go at it again. Yeah, boy. It's really annoying that the shotgun just keeps on unloading itself. I get that sometimes it's because I'm trying to animation cancel because I'm used to playing Halo, but rounds just disappear from the chamber of this thing. Do I have leg armor? I apparently didn't. Sewing kit ain't bad though. Don't want the tank top. I'm pretty sure I'm already wearing like a military BDU or a button-down shirt. At least we have access to their bar. Treat like a bow, it does not stay loaded when you're not holding it. Yeah, pretty much. Just running through here. Want to get it cleared before I start grabbing all the wood that's down here. I love how this is like my character's first time ever handling a gun. I'm sure the pipe weapon doesn't handle well to begin with, but still, come on, man. Pipe machine gun, let's go. Tier 4 pipe machine gun, too, goddamn. Oh, that's a helmet light, even better. Another coffee seed recipe. Alright, this is pretty worth it. I'm gonna have to eat the honey back at my base, but it seems pretty worth it altogether. Alright, I'm probably gonna end up taking the steroids I have on me and running. Run on down to the traders. And I don't have to care about being over encumbered right now, so we might as well grab everything on our way. I love how speedy you can be with steroids, it's great. Getting a rank or 2 in run and gun would be super good for me, but I forget what tree it's in. Just lets you move a little bit faster while you're shooting or reloading. Yoink all the concrete while I'm here. We're either going to end up using it for stones or using it to make concrete. What's it called? I think it's just straight up called run and gun. It is in agility, Unless I'm thinking of a different perk that's not called Run and Gun. It is. Alright, cool.
Here's your pay for a job well done.
Molotov cocktails aren't bad, but they're also just kind of an inventory clog for me right now.
Oh, this is the best thing, son. I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Alrighty, you are selling some bandages. That's pretty nice. Alright, you don't want my bones. I will sell you my leather. That sells for a decent price, actually. Alright, I can only sell that in units of 50. I already have a better pipe rifle at home, so I can just get rid of that. I need to keep my wrench for crafting a workbench. I want to keep my glue. I'll sell my fort bites. I don't think I have much here I actually want to sell. Sprinting with a 44 Magnum drawn costs less stamina. Interesting. She is selling a lot of books right now. Alright, what meds are you selling? Pretty much just what I sold you. Alright then. Gotta love how the doctor never carries any medicine. Okay, that's just stealth stuff. And I guess I'll grab a can of chili while we're here. Gonna run back to my base, guzzle on some honey, and deposit what we have. It's on the way to our next mission too, so that works out. I still need to figure out how to wall this place off properly. I'm probably just gonna build around the fence to some degree. Alright, all of that's been processed. I am going to throw the brass in there. Can I throw that? No, I can't. Anything else? I suppose we can start melting down the sand. We got a full stack of rifle ammo. Nice. Even though rifle ammo is rarer, I'm probably just gonna keep the pipe machine gun on me. Alright, let's grab all the valuables out of this chest and shift them to the other one. I'll also grab the weapons. I can put some of the duct tape away. Alright, put the spare meat away. I don't quite need this much fluid on me, but whatever. And I do want to keep scrap on me. We're saving this wrench to build a workbench with. And we don't have a ton of murky water. I'll take my empty jars and start processing those. Anything in here? Nope, not really. By the way, the pipe rifle keeps ammo. Nice. Let's see. Can we do anything weapons-wise? Do we know how to make any additional weapons in armor? Let's figure out what this is. Probably treated with first aid or sewing kit. Okay. that's all processing. Let's make some more iron. What does steel take again? Takes a crucible. Alright. We're pretty low on iron, though. We've already processed a bunch. Yeah, we got 30 iron bars. We won't be able to get an industrial amount of iron until we either have a pickaxe or another wrench. Oh, time to get the other mission done. Probably should have dropped off my lead, come to think of it. I'm just hoping that this mission puts us over into the next tier, so I'll have a bike unlocked for after the Blood Moon. Free cobblestones? Don't mind if I do. All the buildings near you reset for some reason. Yeah, unless you put a sleeping bag or a base claim, they reset every 7 days, I'm pretty sure. It'd be a really interesting challenge to just have none of the buildings ever reset, so that, unless a quest was happening, so that you'd actually have to spec into some sustainability like farming. Do I have a skill point right now? I do. Let's grab advanced engineering so I can figure out what I need to save for that workbench. Double barrel shotgun schematic, nice. A double barrel in this game is very nice. Anything good in here? Nope. Time to skedaddle and then reset the base. Or reset this house. I just gotta clear the area, so I'll go through it normally. That is a dog. That was a dog. Good to know there's landmines in here, and everything in the immediate, like, 10 miles knows where I am now. Nice, nice. Let me just do that. I don't know why I'm bothering to gut these guys. They don't give much. I suppose the bones will be really useful for glue eventually. Alright, my infection resistance is gone. After this quest, I'm just going on a mission to fight against trees, I guess. Yeah, harvesting the dogs takes too long. I'm gonna scrap these nails just so I'm not encumbered. You slumber, a cucumber. Let's get rid of this little edge piece so that we can actually build back up properly if we need to. Some random paper. I know there's a man in the kitchen. Could just be a decorational body, I guess, but still. I can get rid of the animal fat 100%. Sure, candles are nice, but I'm not increasing my base's heat generation for nothing other than a little bit of aesthetics. When in doubt, drink water until you have stamina. Let me just eat all of their chairs real quick. Just eat that soup right away. Find lots of decent quality food items. I say finding a piece of burnt meat. Heavy armor parts, nice. No, stay down. There's totally something else in here. Yeah, last dude in the house, I guess. Since it gave me the yellow marker, I assume he's the last in here. Pipe pistol, nice, nice. I already have a better quality pistol, but I'm not gonna say no to that. Alright, and this is how we're supposed to get out of here. Alrighty. Let's head back to the traders, then start prepping. This is just paper, right? Yeah, it's just paper. Drink some more red tea, keep that buff freshed up. Give us a good amount of additional regen too, because we are the opposite of thirsty right now. Yep, the pipe rifle does indeed stay loaded. At least it has so far, anyway.
Amazing.
Alright, Art of Mining. You can craft diamond-tipped tools. Honestly, I'm taking the Gravedigger modifier. It'll sort of allow... No! It'll sort of allow me to, do digging quests, and more importantly, it'll allow me to get good amounts of clay. Alright, where'd that just drop? Oh, over there again. I mean, that's relatively close. But also, I need to gather wood right now, and that's only gonna maybe give me a few melee weapon mods at best. What I've really been hoping to find, though, is a fire axe. Like, having to mine everything with a stone axe is kind of painful. At least we can get clay now. We're right next to our house, so I might as well drop some things off. get on upstairs and see what we can do. I think the workbench takes a claw hammer as well, but we'll see. Yup, I need a wrench and a claw hammer. That's the complicated bit. Yeah, I should just start moving ammo stuff into the weapons crate, which should include gunpowder. Time to go beat up some more trees. Are you done smelting? Not quite. Let's see. I had lead I needed to throw in there. We have a bunch of brass. I'm going to proceed to turn all of that into bullet casings. I'm getting lost in my own house. These trees shall die. Who knows, maybe we'll find some local wildlife to kill while we're out here. We just need an absolutely dumb amount of wood. So we're going to be displaying the most entertaining gameplay in existence. Hold left mouse button. Probably should have accepted another quest from the shopkeeper before I left. It's probably one more quest before we get a tier upgrade. I don't really want to do the tier 2 quests, but I do want the tier upgrade item. I don't know what you call it. My axe is gonna break before this tree does. What are my skill points at? Alright, I do not have an extra point. If I did, I'd put 1 point into Miner 69er just for the better tool use efficiency. We should also be on the lookout for stumps and stuff while we're out here, because I do not have anything to clear up infection. At least to get some XP from punching trees. Oh, this is a potassium vein. Let me mark that real quick. No, quick waypoint. I do not want that. Cave, and this is potassium, so I'm just gonna mark it as pot. And over on our right, we see the zombie in its natural habitat, running around, tripping over its own legs. Oh, it hears me. Or maybe not. I don't know. He's just chilling. At least repairing stuff in this game is fast. That's like the main thing I absolutely hate about Minecraft. You gotta make an entire new tool every time you break something. Or you can just spend way too much XP in an anvil, which, why does it take XP to repair things? Wish I had a pair of binoculars. I'd like to scope into that building on the left. I mean, I'm not heading all the way out there, but if it's a military base or something, I would. How much wood have we gathered? A decent chunk. Egg? Egg! Almost got a piggyback ride from that zombie. Another egg, that's great. Being able to build some more bacon and eggs would be very nice. Yes, because you build bacon and eggs, you don't cook them, of course. Brass radiator, I will take that. It's not a bad selling item, and I think it is used in a few vehicles. See, like a big archway over there, I should head to it. After I knock this tree down, I'll check it out. Let's make sure we're repaired up first. There we go. Let's put the empty jars in my hotbar. That way I actually remember to fill them up next chance I get. I want to build like 50 of these. And barbed wire. So that crafting key is going to be going on for a while. Hopefully it doesn't kill us. Explodes a corpse? You are hungry. Are you sure about that? Wood stacks do give a good chunk of wood. Glad to know they got their anti-grav horse wheel installed before the pandemic hit or whatever happened here. And the arch we saw was just this, but it wasn't rendered in all the way, so it looked weird. Oh, there's something down there. Oh. Man got exploded. Is there really just like nothing down here? Weathered backpack. I'll take padded gloves. Didn't have gloves yet. Never mind, I did have gloves, but my other ones were kind of trash. Let's drop some tree seeds. We really don't need those. Make sure we keep our T buff on. Let's get on top. There's nothing up there. Why would I go up there? You know, screw it. I'll head for this airdrop. Probably not going to get home in time for night, but, you know, it'll hopefully be worth it. This house looks fancy. Yeah, that airdrop is right near another airdrop, so we probably should head over there anyway. And I do have steroids to pop if we need to on our way back. Oh, I wasn't even hitting the block I was looking at, apparently. Gotta be really careful, because if my thing breaks, I'm not gonna be able to repair it. These couches are probably made of leather, but I can come back later, I guess. I just wanted to see if there was anything worth grabbing in that room. Yeah, it really doesn't seem like this house has a definitive treasure room, so I'm out. Or if it does, it's probably in the basement. Egg? No egg. Sadness. Please, Stone Axe, survive. Just for me. Thank you. That didn't drop me a honey anyway. Let's make sure you're loaded up good. We do have a head flashlight, which does barely anything, but you know, hopefully it'll let you guys see something at night. Pick up some more chrysanthemums while we're out here. Let's see, that 3 coal isn't worth carrying around. And since this food isn't stacked, I guess I'll gobble down on it. Just reduce that encumbrance as much as possible. I also forgot to put my pipe shotgun away, apparently. It's probably the last guy we're gonna manage to kill before it's night. Bird nest. Alright, we have plenty of stamina. I'm just gonna sprint it. I left the house for 2 seconds and there's already new zombies. Fun. Did you, like, start a quest nearby, or did the refresh just hit you? 2 cornbread and a food bundle, which I shouldn't have actually opened just yet. There's a Zamboni up here. That was like 500 building blocks. I need that. Yeah, boy, it already upgraded building blocks too. Alright, popping the steroids and running back home. I am speed. How long do they last? They last 10 minutes. We have plenty of time. We can just mine a bit. Gives us enough time to definitely grab any stumps we see on the way back. I guess I'll drink a coffee. We will be unstoppable. I can just about I can out-regen my Axe's stamina usage with all my buffs going. Should really try to grab some water on the way back too. Let's see. Let me get a waypoint on the closest water. Drinking from a storm drain. Chimkin. Consume. Oh, iron deposit. No, I want to save waypoint. Okay, we've already looted this immediate area. We now have 31 stinky water. Gonna need to boil all of that and then turn it into tea and coffee. I should probably kill him. I don't want him following me back to base. Especially since it's gonna be night in a moment. I'm not gonna bother grabbing that yucca seed. That is the trader I'm running at, but we're right next to the trader anyway. Alright, we got a bit more scrap metal and some brass to put in there. And let's make a ton of boiled water. And while we're at it, let's make as many bacon and eggs as we can. Which is only 2, because I barely had any actual eggs on me. We got a lot of really high quality foodstuffs from that supply drop. Oh, we have 2 honey. Nice. And let's actually remember to put my shotgun away, because we don't want that clogging up my inventory. Okay, it is time to start walling off the perimeter. These 500 building blocks are going to go a very long way in helping us out. I don't expect to get the entire place walled off, I just want to make sure the sides of the place get walled off at the very least. I'm gonna have to extend this wall out farther this way than I'd like, just because the garage is gonna be a weak point otherwise. Because they'll be able to just punch into it and end up breaking through. And jumping over. More easily than they would another part of the wall. And who knows, maybe we'll turn it into an actual garage and keep our vehicles in there. That's gonna be pretty annoying to get rid of. Oh god. Okay, yeah, just removing the fence here. Frickin' 5,000 health blocks, jeez. Why is the sidewalk gotta be so chonky? Hopefully the sidewalk doesn't screw us over on other areas. Okay, it was just that additional block that was being annoying. So we're good. Yeah, there's like these little bits of scrap on the outside of the fence that I gotta get rid of. It's a slab of stone and you're hitting it with a piece of stone attached to a stick. What do you expect? I mean, the road has like, what, 1,500 health? But I'm pretty sure roads are more durable than sidewalks. A sidewalk can crap itself as if a cinder block falls on it. Let's get rid of this tree. And we continue building. It's gonna be kind of annoying to make this wall. Oh my goodness. Please. No. Oh, that is evil. I guess we're gonna be here for 17 years. I'll just work on the rest of the wall and get back to that. Trader Joel's is now closing. Oh, I didn't want to build this far out. Whoops. Yeah, I wanted to build it up to here. And I'm gonna have to get rid of the little corn farm out back. But this is why we started building the wall now instead of like on day 6 or something. To make sure that we have plenty of time for any unexpected problems that may arise. I'd like to get rid of that little back stone porch entirely, but I'm not getting that done without a few sticks of dynamite. Check your DMs real fast. It's fine. Let's see. Hey, so I finished the new story in Warframe. You finished it? Like, you got past the tutorial, or you beaten the roguelike mode completely? Nice. The entire thing? It's not that long, yeah. I'm just happy to see a roguelike mode, because just grinding the missions by themselves got real boring real fast. And the weird, like, Souls-style combat that they've introduced is a nice change, too. You're not good with Dark Souls or Elden Ring, so you mostly use gun? Yeah. No, that's just a little lore tidbit, I'm assuming, Liam. Gotta love the default stone axe with no upgrades. Anyhow, how goes the stream, my man? It's pretty good. I'm hoping... We've already been going for an hour, but I'm hoping to get to day 7 today. Let's see, I might as well just repair that while I drink some water real quick. We're just doing some basic terraforming around the base, getting a wall down in preparation. I'm surprised nothing's tried to come and spank me while I'm just sitting out here punching wood. Then again, I'm pretty sure I've cleared out most of the immediate area. Sounds like a plan, it indeed is. Hopefully that dog was background noise. It was not. Let me turn on my headlamp so that you guys can actually see something. We got 500 free wooden blocks from airdrop, so I'm very happy about that. Let me snooze ads real quick. Yeah, getting 500 blocks that have been upgraded once is huge this early on. Need to get rid of that tree that's going to be a pretty annoying line of sight block. In fact, it's already being a line of sight block. It always amazes me how little sound trees falling in this game makes to the zombies. You'd think a tree falling would attract, like, everything for miles. Like, a tree fallen is not quiet. I'm gonna take out this guy before he becomes a problem. That was a fall animation and a half. Ah, we're good. Coffee for the win. Neither is a gun. I was shooting like 10 feet away from the house and no one inside noticed. I think like walls and stuff count as sound breaks in this game. And like maybe the dormant zombies inside a building have separate AI than just the wandering zombies. What would be really helpful right now is some pocket mods. Just not having to deal with over-encumbrance as much would be very nice. I could spec into Pack Mule a little bit. Ah, yep. I mean, it was a 22 LR. 22 typically isn't that loud. You don't even need ear protection for it. It's so cursed that 22 LR is called 22 long rifle when any rifle shaped thing that shoots it is technically a carbine. Like, not any rifle will be shooting a 22 round. It is a sub-caliber round, so any rifle shaped thing would just be a carbine. It's just so amazingly dumb. That is a lot of guys. I wish I had a pipe bomb on me. They're really taking a long time to get through there. Come on, you can do it. Alright, got one polymer scrap for the tire. I was wondering what it was gonna drop. This dog sounds very close, because it is. Oh boy. We got him, though. Luckily, it wasn't a dire wolf. It's giving plenty of meat, though, dang. I don't like this fence being here. Nope, my axe broke at the same time as that. I should really try to make a decent bow. Then again, I'll probably just end up finding one. Ah. Gotta hate building with upgraded frames. Pain. You know, while we're here, I'm gonna build another 25 of these. No, I can't build 25. I'm gonna craft another 9 of those and another 50 of these. It's even more painful as misplacing an iron trapdoor. God. It sounds awful. Huh? Really? You can't build on top of those bushes? There we go. Drink us some ravioli. Happened to you 3 times because you didn't know what way it opened. Oh boy. Yeah, they do really need an indicator for that, don't they? It is going to be a little bit difficult to actually build a proper trench around my base since we're in the middle of, well, a neighborhood. Lots of random concrete and crap, but you know, we are nowhere near the stage where a trench is going to be that useful. Besides, I don't get XP for trap kills. Oh boy. Will it survive? Apparently. There's like maybe 2 more hits left in it. Streamer luck. We're gonna build a little airlock there and then make it so that we can stab inwards. And then there's this piece of work we gotta build with. Or deal with in general. Alright, spike traps are almost done being crafted. You'd really think a game about surviving in the zombie apocalypse wouldn't be this relaxing. I mean, the music I'm currently playing in the background doesn't help to add to that mood, but it is very chill. Let's make sure we're loaded up on this. Alright, it's morning. In a little bit we can head out to Trader Joel's and get that quest that I need to do. Gonna have to get rid of that window frame. Yup. I was hitting this block the whole time. Oh, that's annoying. Why they gotta build with so many fancy blocks to make things look good? Come on. I have them on the sides too. Evil. Just a whole lot of stuff there I'm gonna have to strip down. I'm gonna start working on the rest of the wall, though. And I already have a pretty good supply of cobblestones I can use to upgrade this. And by pretty good, I think I have maybe 300. We're not going to be able to stab down from our walls, but we picked up so much ammo that I don't think it matters. Of course, we're going to have to rush for a workbench and then a chem station as fast as possible after it, so that we can keep up the supply for our next Blood Moon, but, you know, I'll burn that bridge when I come to it. And then I'll find that bridge's family and burn them too. Honestly, once I'm done doing that little area, I'm probably just gonna have the garage be the way to get up on top of the wall. Let's start placing down some of these spike traps, though. Then we can go inside, deposit anything we don't need, and then use a bunch of cobblestone. Oh, come on. Can't even place traps and stop top of this crap. That panel looks fake, though. Never mind. Not quite time to head to the traders yet, so we're still good. Now he's noticed me. That works. Gotta get rid of this tire. Spike traps will hopefully go a long way. Too bad I can't hit both of them at the same time. Come on, let me repair it. There we go. Alright, Trader Joel's is open. I'm gonna go inside, drop off some stuff, pick up some cobblestone, use all of my cobblestone, and do a quest. And from there, I don't know, I'll probably end up grabbing more wood. Let's beef this door up. Beef all of the doors that contain rooms I actually care about. We are now out of fuel for our campfire. We're gonna need to go out and find some more coal soon. Okay, we still have a little bit more. Alright, I'm gonna want to make as many bullet tips as I can, as many bullet casings as I can, and then as much iron as I can. Okay. Let's grab my cobblestones. I have 154. Alright, it's a bit less than I thought. I'm going to start by beefing up the area directly around the door frame, then I'm going to beef up the corners. If I even make it that far, because this costs a lot more than I thought it did. Up, and we are pretty much out. I also need to make sure I have some iron pipes back at base so I can fix my pipe machine gun if necessary.
If you were here to buy, don't spend it all in one place.
Alright, here we go.
Make sure
I'm 100% taking that bicycle. Previous tier. Tier 1 fetch. Yeah, I can do that.
Fantastic. Hope to see you soon.
May I see your inventory? I mean, you sell 3 eggs, that'll be pretty helpful. You also sell a claw hammer, which I desperately need. I need 5,100 for that. Really?
Thank you so much. Hey, come again.
Alright, I'm gonna run back to base and grab everything sellable real quick. We really need that claw hammer. Unfortunately, we're buying a high-tier hammer to essentially just throw away. But that's the price I'm willing to pay. Alright, sellable stuff. I'm gonna sell half of my acid. I can get plenty of engines once I can manufacture wrenches myself. Definitely selling my recog. Anything else? I can get rid of the polymer string modification. And the old cache. Let's see, over there. No, that's the house waypoint. That's where the shop is. Getting turned around.
So, what are you buying?
Got any special jobs?
I think I've got a job.
I mean, I'll accept it, but I'm not gonna get it done.
To, get ready.
Not for a while. Okay, time to sell. I really didn't get that much. Oh joy. Oh, I'm so freaking close. There we go. We got it.
I just knew you'd find something you like.
The claw hammer. But we're also poor now. Spend the rest of my money on chili. Make sure we have a good food supply. And we're gonna go retrieve those supplies. I should be grabbing wood or clay or something right now, but you know, details. You know, it's probably just faster going in the intended way, but whatever. At least with tools of this lower tier. Okay, we do have a skill point available. Where is it? Miner 69er. Bring down rocks and trees faster. Quality 2 poor tools. Increase tool damage by 10%, block damage by 30% with any tools. Unlocks iron pickaxes. And I need plant fibers to make that. So now we have a very slightly better axe. Okay, and I've apparently raided this house already. That was a great waste of time. I assume since the mailbox was empty, or not emptied yet, I'd already been here. But I was very wrong. Well, if this is a burnt house, there's going to be plenty of coal I can grab in it. Alright, it is. There might also be burnt zombies, but I don't know if they're like any stronger than normal zombies. Nope, there is a burnt guy horde there. Gotta love how throwing a spear does like no physical force behind it. Barely staggers them. At least this is a very nice spot for some coal. Didn't need to come in here, but you know, we might as well do a bit of looting. Someone just fell to the bottom floor. And that someone was also almost me. Just finished breaking that door down. What would even be back there? Nothing really. I already have a better piece of scrap chest. How do you get the better axe? Sorry, I was gone for a bit. I got the Miner 69er perk. Unlocks some basic iron tool blueprints and gives you better stats while harvesting resources. And it's all good. I don't expect you to be here constantly. I don't plan to spec too hard into strength, but there are a lot of good perks in there. Might end up taking Pack Mule if I continue to not find pocket mods. Apparently this mailbox is untouched. Let's change that. Rank a spear hunter. Haven't really been to this part of town, apparently. There might be a dog here, though, so I should keep my eye out for that. I'll just scrap the brass trophies. I don't need sand right now. And I have plenty of chrysanthemum back at base, so I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, I see how I'm supposed to enter this house. This is the house I made my base in my first world. Or at least my starter base. Bird nest, egg, very good. We're supposed to find the supplies, which are very much not up here, but I want to make sure it's clear anyway because of stuff like that. There's always ceiling men in the attic. Gotta go for now, have fun, and good luck. Thanks a ton for stopping by, Bot. I always appreciate you stopping by. And I need to try to repeat words less. I do also have the bike. Let's not just completely forget about that. And stay dead. All the houses around me reset. The zombies, but not the loot. Odd. Thought that that was a bird by the noise it made. Correction, most of the loot. I mean, you could have just missed it on your first pass. Let's see, more shotgun shells, impact bracing mod. Don't I already have that equipped? Yeah, it's like the 1 foot mod I found. Oh, hello, sir. Please don't no-clip into the floor. Nobody's allowed to use game mode creative on this server. Ergonomic grip. The floor man. Oh, we've heard of the ceiling man, but the floor man. Game mode spectator. Alright, now how am I supposed to get out of here? I guess go through the window, the second story window. Time to defenestrate myself. Wee. Gotta love some of the oddly specific words that we have. Like defenestrate, the act of throwing something or someone through the upper story window. I'm not sure if the upper story window is required, but, you know. I still need to find the White River supplies in this house. Time to return to the trader. And we are extremely over-encumbered. Let me take care of that. I already have a pistol. We can scrap those nails, but our crafting queue's full. I'll probably just end up selling the pistol, come to think of it. Bottles. Well, if I ever need sand, this is a pretty decent lot for it. Sledgehammer is very nice. You know, I should really keep red tea on me instead of water. I have way more water than I should right now because I forgot to deposit when I took it out of my campfire. There's so much stuff to keep track of.
The name's Jenny, but you can call me Dr. Jen.
The heck is that supposed to mean?
We always need someone to... This is dangerous work, but I believe you can handle it.
I definitely want to try to buy that. Let's see if we can make enough money. Just having a chance of finding money randomly seems very good. I'll sell the sledgehammer. I'm not a massive fan of them anyway.
I hope you get feeling better.
Alright, what does this one do? You can craft steel clubs. I don't care about that. And I'm 500 short of being able to buy the Lucky Looter book. I'll be able to find something in base I can sell. Hey, Fun, welcome on in. How's it going? We're just prepping for day 7. I mean, I don't know when I wouldn't be prepping for day 7, but you know, I gotta have something to say. Okay, let's turn that off. Oh boy. We are still quite low on coal. I get you, yeah. There it is. Let's process all the water we have into red tea. And do we have any normal water left in our inventory? No, we do not. We actually have some eggs though, so we can use some of this meat. Should probably keep the metal on me. And I need to put down the rest of those traps. I'm gonna need to bring some doors out front. Oh, fine. I'll get rid of this stupid vent. It's always the smaller stuff that gets in the way. Probably gonna save the barbed wire to put down as needed. It's more of the thing that you throw in a trench once you actually have one built around your base. And I forgot to grab red tea. We got enough coffee to last though. Yep. Knew there had to be something in here. They're not just gonna give me a box for free now, are they? Construction site equipment, I will very gladly take some scrap iron. Egg? No egg. Sad. What are they having me clear? A horde of like 12 zombies just spawned in and went straight for your base. I don't know whether I'm supposed to congratulate you or mourn with you. They're in the lower floor. Fun, fun. Hope you have some traps laid out. Oh, a decent amount of ammo. Those rocket launcher parts are gonna sell for good money. And do I have a skill point? Yes, I do. I don't care about that. I will gladly grab salvage operations, partially for the wrench crafting, partially just because it's nice. Quality 2 salvage tools and deal better resource damage with it. Nice, nice. The Dead Rooster. That is a name. And you know, I should have ridden my bike out here. No, just a ladder leading up to where you are. Well, good luck. I don't know how modular the modding scene is for this game, but it runs on Unity, so it's probably relatively easy. But, like, give me a mod that just straight up adds a dying light parkour system into the game. It'd be so wild. I mean, it'd probably take a ton of effort, but it'd be very interesting. I'm raiding this place twice because I feel like there's going to be some good loot. I have tier 3 blocks surrounding the top of the ladder, so you might be good. Oh, hi there, buddy. Where did you come from? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Okay, the biker man bled to death. Hey, this is false advertising. These roosters weren't dead when I got here. They're not even roosters. I should probably patch my wound up with at least some aloe. I would understand the door to the bathroom being this barricaded if it was the Taco Bell, but why here? Oh. It's a rooster fighting ring. Okay, then. That makes sense. Except these aren't roosters, and why do you still have AI? That is a lot of dudes. The iron sights in this game are so cursed. Everything only has a front sight, and you only ever use the front sight. And you don't even line anything up through it. Nothing really back there. I suppose I'll keep the shotgun pellets. Actually, I'm gonna scrap him for inventory space. Rank of Lucky Miner. Hopefully that gives me a chance of having minerals. I don't know. Didn't really read it. How long does it take 12 zombies to get through one level 2 door because they're taking forever just to get to the ladder? I have no clue. Most of the time I try to take care of them before they get to the door. Oh. Way too late. The ladder's in the small room and you don't want to get trapped. I mean, if you're in a 2-story building, you can always jump out the window and try to lose them elsewhere. Just lead them away. Finally, a fire axe. Been looking for one of those for ages. Would have been helpful 2 days ago. When I was gathering industrial amounts of wood. Or industrial quantities would be more proper, I suppose. Okay, where'd those roosters run off to? I don't see them up here. They might have found a way out. Oh yeah, they jumped out the window upstairs. Are those fake chickens? My knife's almost broken anyway. Nope, I just couldn't hit them from the other side for whatever reason. Very good amount of resources from this place. Got food for days. Some aloe cream, nice. Tempered blade mod. I'm gonna put that on the fire axe, because isn't that like extra durability? Yeah, lowers degradation by 10% and increases block damage by a bit too. Okay, I'm keeping my other hat. Oh no. God damn, those dogs are tanky. Between this game and Elden Ring, I feel like video games are trying to make me dislike dogs. They're always oddly overpowered enemies. Oh, there's still like one zombie upstairs I gotta get rid of. Maybe they're on the ceiling. Yup, they are. There is the ceiling man. Mayhaps several. Hi there. Just one. Okay. They just chilling downstairs and they're not even after you anymore. Nice. Hey, the great thing about them being alive is that you don't need a refrigeration unit. Then again, I'm pretty sure they're rotten already, so not a valid point. Got a bunch of junk to sell to the shopkeeper. I should be able to get there before night. Yeah, definitely. Then I can head back to my base and do some management in there. Maybe I'll just end up spending the day punching bricks around my house. But we do have that fire axe now, and that is very nice. Oh, actually doing damage to trees. It's beautiful. Have some slurpage juice. Okay, my headphone cord got caught somewhere. You know, I have a freaking bicycle. I need to remember to use it. How do you get the bike, by the way? If you do enough quests for the shopkeeper, it will be one of the tier-up rewards.
I knew you had it in you. Good work.
Oh, you'll only buy those in groups of 5, apparently. I will sell the tire. I'll keep the crushed sand since we're really close to base. Might as well. Is there anything else I want to buy from you? Yeah, the lucky looter. I got enough. Nice.
Thanks for letting me take care of you. Tell your friend.
In my first game, I like practically didn't use the shop at all, and it made the game so much harder. I'm like, but money, you gotta save money, right? I had $15,000 and I didn't do anything with it. Or 15,000 dukes. You can also get the bike by upgrading, what's it called again? I think it's called Grease Monkey in the intelligence tree. Yeah, Grease Monkey. First rank unlocks bicycle parts. And you can even eventually unlock truck crafting. And I do have another skill point. I'm tempted to put a rank into Grease Monkey myself, but I want to check some other things. Okay, those are just for my perk books. Okay, that's just crop stuff. I'm gonna grab healing. Let's see, fast metabolism, gain 1 health every 90 seconds with natural healing. Yup, 100% grabbing that. If I get a broken leg, that is going to be a very nice sanity saver. Oh, I got one door already. I wonder, can I craft Molotovs here? No, I cannot. That's a shame. I'm gonna leave this off for now. I'm gonna need another 50 spike traps. That is not what I wanted to craft. There we go. Gonna use up most of my wood, but at least we can produce wood at a decent rate now. This is gonna be a bit. I also still need to grab red tea for my upstairs. God, this is gonna take a while. I hear a lot of random stuff going on. Doesn't sound like any of them are banging on wood, really, but I should check my perimeter. Come on, let me jump. I want to take them out before it's completely dark, because they're not sprinting just yet. Good old pokey stick. Bad time to run out of stamina. Okay, good, and I do have the book that gives me more damage in every consecutive hit with the spear. Well, not every consecutive hit, up to 3 times right now. I think the bonus can stack up to 50%. And fire axe. It's so much faster. I think they start sprinting at 22. Alright. Good to know. Now I'm crouching, that's why I can't jump up. While we're here, we might as well get rid of this tree. We do very solid damage with this. And once we get the workbench, I do already have iron tools unlocked, so I'll be able to make a pickaxe immediately. Then we're going to have to figure out how to make a chem bench. I'm pretty sure the most annoying thing to get is going to be getting a glass beaker. That could be an absolute pain. Alright, time to go to the woods. Or just away from my base in general. I've very much looted that greenhouse already, but I don't think I've been in here. Even though they're already missing the door. Oh, stun baton schematic, let's go. Oh boy. And I'm infected, joy. That was very bad. And take a bandage and some aloe cream. And get ours started to regen passively. You found 3 forged iron on a shelf? Nice. God, you are very tanky, boy. I always forget that the zombies indoors can still sprint at night. Everybody from in here already chased after me. Yeah, you know, I'm out. I'm gonna head back to base and take some honey before my condition's critical. I never removed those airdrop waypoints, did I? I didn't. I forgot about this. Now we can be annoying while we drive. That is a dog. Is our knife still functional? To some degree, yes. As long as I don't keep on stabbing the road with it. Oh boy. Well, that wasn't that bad. Tell the zombies to stop jumping me around corners. You keep having to give them brain damage. Alright, ferals are showing up around here. That's fun. Time to get inside. Our character has had a very rough night. Ah, yes, place the door like that, but of course. Alright. Let's just grab this. There, and now we have a very nice airlock thing that hopefully zombies won't be able to crawl through. But they probably can. I have no clue. Glad to hear they're already getting rid of my barricades. Or not my barricades, my traps. Nice, nice. Let's eat some honey and grab us some red tea. I do not need 30 red tea on me. As much as I enjoy tea, that is a bit extreme. I need to go defend the base though, because a lot of stuff's happening, and I don't like it. Grab some pistol rounds and a gun. I do have a better pistol, but I'm saving that thing's durability for Blood Moon. And I still haven't made a proper way to get on top of my wall. Were they just walking by my base and happened to trip in the traps? Or were they actually beating something? I'm not seeing many traps actually damaged, at least on this side. Okay. There's one guy that was punching here. They weren't even attacking, alright then. Thought I saw a bird for a moment. And back inside. And I can't place it right there. Phone. I wonder how many doors is too many. God, I'm gonna need to grab a ton more wood just to refresh those traps. At least they're doing their job. And I should probably make another writable storage chest. Two works as well. Probably gonna have one chest for med and food supplies because we have quite a bit. And we can start slightly sorting. Okay, let's see. Let's grab all of the food and med. Wow, this song is randomly extremely loud. Ah, we have a lot of food and med related items. Like half a chest full. Alright, let's see. I want to make some more coffee. And let's remember to actually grab some rifle rounds. Or you know what, I'm going to swap to the pipe pistol for now. It's probably better just to save those rifle rounds for the 7th day. The 7th day to die. Okay, I think we're good to head out. Well, I should probably put this extra storage block away. I'll grab the ears of corn. You can just chomp on those every once in a while. And I'm out of scrap. Let's see. Okay, not injured from that. Nice, nice. I'm still suffering from concussion, but you know, whatever. It should be fine. Time to go hunt down some more trees. Our arch nemesis. It's so freaking nice having this axe. I know I won't have it for long, but it is such an upgrade. I do have the extra tool durability on it, so hopefully it'll last a decent chunk of time. That is a bear. And my knife is probably too broken to harvest it even if I do kill it. So yeah, let's try not to get mauled by a bear. I could just go on top of that rock over there and then shoot at it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna actually do that. Sure, we're using pistol rounds, little pea shooter. It's gonna take a while. Use a bone knife, yeah. Oh no. Are we safe? I can't tell. Wow, what percentage of your brain has to be lead before you die? I get it, I'm using, like, technically the worst gun in the game, but come on, man. There we go. What was that, 29 bullets? I don't know, I wasn't counting. How come the bears are the only creatures in this game without neck problems? Like, the mountain lions, their neck is freaking concave, their head retracts into their body. With the wolves, their head twists off when they die. But the bears, I guess they don't have much neck to mess with. Okay, there's a stump. The stumps blend in with the ground very well. Couple perk mags for spears goes a long way. We even got some bear testosterone to sell. What quest do I have? Opening trade routes. Where is it? That's pretty far away. You know, it's the morning. I'll actually just head there and then head back. Our base is in a pretty comfortable position, and I'm just gonna turn the rest of my wood into traps. Gonna obviously try to grab some wood and some basic loot while we're out, but I don't see why not. Sure, it's day 6, but we got an entire day to prepare. And then after the Blood Moon, I'm pretty much immediately going to be able to get a not a campsite, a workbench up. This is a nice little grove of trees. We'll stop here for a little bit. Do I have coffee on me? I still have a little bit left. Good, good. Okay, I do about 80 damage a hit with this. You found a bird's nest in some dude's basement? Amazing. Oh my word, I just realized how perfectly the chat pop-up on screen is lined up. It just barely doesn't cover any of my UI up for you guys. That's great. Nice, yeah boy. Chimkin! Oh no! Chimkin! Oh, whatever. I give up. I guess this chicken just had a death wish. You know? That's fine. It is time to consume. I have like 140 meat back in base that I'm just waiting to find eggs to use with it. Because the grilled meat even just isn't amazing food. Oh my word, we've made it to the other trader before it's even open. I'm just gonna stay on the edge of town and chop down some trees until my axe breaks. Ah, they should be open now. Stop by the mailbox, make sure we grab that. Another Spear Hunter mag. I keep on calling them magazines because I've been playing Fallout recently. They're like catalogs or books, but you know, same difference. Oh, he's got a lot of cars for me to loot in here. What's in their vending machine? Nothing amazing. Probably just gonna end up selling that trophy. Wow, place is pretty empty.
We have. Here you go, friend. Whatever you need, just say the word. Would you kindly help me? I can't thank you enough, friend.
May I see your inventory, my good sir? He doesn't really sell anything to. Never mind. Way to freaking catch me off guard. We got the fancy goggles up in here. 1,500 though, and we are not making that money with what we have on us. I'm probably just gonna have to give up on them.
Thanks for shopping here. Come again.
If I had brought my wrench with me, it definitely couldn't make enough money out of the cars nearby. We are going to unactivate that quest, then we are going to head back to our trader. Alright, that axe is unusable now. It's a shame. It got us about 2,000 wood, and I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, that airdrop is in a weird spot. Oh no, I damaged my bike. I'm not going to be able to pick it up now. That's a shame. Probably gonna hide it in like a nearby garage so it doesn't get hurt during the blood moon. Wait, is this the same house I had in my other neighborhood? Sort of. I was hoping it would have a munition container there again. That'd be amazing. Does the concussion really reduce your max health? Let's see. It does. Max health is lowered by a little bit. Huh. There's some more iron there. Is this the place where the Rooster Fighting Club was? Whoops. You have suffered a concussion. My guy, I suffered a concussion an hour and a half ago. Let's see what's in Aldo's cabinet. Oh yeah, it's just the cabinet store. Which is absolutely awful. Wasn't there like a shopping center in here or something? Oh, there's a big building over there. Let's head on over to it. Should probably start letting my stamina regen. Forever video. Yeah, I get you, Blockbuster color scheme. Okay, a couple trucks around here to loot. And a few zombies that aren't happy about it. Another decent shovel. Eat the bacon and eggs and drink our red tea. Cord. Regardless of whether they continue to chase me, that door should hold them off for a little bit. Might be a crawler in the ceiling. Another wrench, that's very good. I forget, do you get anything from disassembling broken vending machines? Yes, you do. Let me move... I probably can't put the tempered blade on a wrench since the wrench doesn't have a blade. Alright, we do have a biker zombie. Why are you falling over? I need one stone. scrap that concrete, and we'll get a little bit of stone from that. Might as well take the rest of it while I'm here. Okay, bottom floor is pretty much cleared. There's still some concrete, but I don't care too much. I just stepped on my ceiling panel. Is there anything on here? There probably is. Most likely just hidden behind the concrete. Yep. Someone came from the ceiling. Bird. A very dead bird. I feel like there's more ceiling people coming after me. Yep. Tier 5 fire axe. And I get more basic resources from plumbing, apparently. Let's freaking go. Dang lucky. Yeah, I better be lucky. I spec'd a lot into it. Half of my points are into luck right now. Oh boy. I apparently can't stab him through there. I found with the military zombies that it's best if you stab them in their exposed guts as opposed to their head. It actually behaves like they're wearing headgear. And they apparently give a lot more XP than your average Joe zombie. Full auto modifier. Small chance to mine rare gems. Dang, we're finding everything in this building. Must be relatively high tier. And another foregrip. I doubt it'll let me put that on my pistol. Yeah, we should just be able to drop onto there. Okay, good, we're fine. I am extremely over encumbered. Oh, there's another box over there. Should probably try to get somewhere to warm up. But I think we're fine for now. Oh, hey. Grocery store. Bicycle is storage, yeah? It does. Hi there, buddy. No, you can't come to the store with me. I'm sorry. Do I have any perk points right now? I do. Pain tolerance, what does this do? Reduce HP lost by 5%, less likely to get stunned. I don't know if I care. Increase stamina regen when you're sprinting. Interesting. Alright, let's put a point into intellect. Gonna need to unlock that electrician. Wow, things got very bright all of a sudden. And to make some noise, get all of them coming out of the woodwork. Come on, zombies, get over here. This item needs repairs. Apparently I didn't repair it. Let's see. Looking before work, thought I'd drop in and say good day. Hope you're having a good stream. I'm having a pretty good stream. Just chilling with some 7 Days to Die. How's it been going on your end? We are close to the Blood Moon, so I should probably start preparing a little bit more for that, but you know, was that me touching the shopping cart? Yeah. But you know, the loot is more important than life. Things going well, just cruising, awesome. Sink lead fishing weights. Oh, sneaky little ammo cache. Yeah, this is probably where most of the loot's gonna be at. Plenty of ceiling, people. Oh boy. Another airdrop just fell. Okay, let's start cracking open some of these containers. Why is it all the way up there? Another Wasteland Treasure Manual. I should probably just skedaddle now. We've gotten a decent amount of stuff. I am curious to see what they have on the roof, because they've already given me quite a bit. I mean, there's a dog. But it doesn't look like there's much else. Other than death. Okay, let's skedaddle. There's nothing up here for us. And now we head back to the shop. You know, one more detour. This is a crack-a-book store, so we might find some nice perk mags in here. AK blueprint. I'd say that was worth it already. Haven't even gotten to the first blood moon and I already know how to craft a machine gun. Beyond just the basic pipe weapon. Grandpa's learning elixir. Gonna make sure to drink that when the blood moon starts. Extra 20% XP for a little while. Beware dog snack pig man. Okay then, I will beware of the dog snack pig man. Minecraft mob vote new enemy. The dog snack pig man. But you know, the real thing that's probably going to end up being chosen in the mob vote is the child predator, given how freaking disgusting Minecraft YouTubers have been lately. Have any jobs? Let's see. There's a fetch job very close.
Protection payment coming up soon.
I'll sell that hunting knife. It was nice. Anything else? Yes, I do not care about the steel tool parts for now. And are you selling anything I need? Impact driver schematics pretty nice. But I am too poor. That's just the pistol I sold you? Yeah, it is. Alrighty, and we are out of here. Remember me if you need medical supplies. Lady, this is the first time I've ever seen you sell medical supplies. Other than, well, I suppose they had an antibiotic right at the beginning of the game, but still. She rarely sells medicine. She's like, don't worry, I'm a doctor. Watch her have like a psychology degree or something, I don't know. Okay, apparently that's a metal door, could have fooled me. Sadly, you're gonna miss the blood moon because you gotta do chores soon. Ah, that sucks. I am probably gonna end up just stopping at the 3-hour mark, which is coming up pretty soon. That'll give us a day to prepare when we get on the next time. 4 hours is still a little bit much for me. Right now, I'm just trying to get my average stream length above 2 hours. I don't need to double the amount of time I normally stream. So maybe you won't miss the blood moon. Yup. That is a solid block. I thought that that was another cabinet down there. Gotta make sure to grab all the stinky water. Okay, and there is a basement I gotta take care of. You'd really think that a fire axe would deal decent damage against zombies, but no, it does, like, reduce damage against non-materials. To be fair, it's not something you should be using on zombies anyway, but still. You'd think it'd be a competent weapon. Okay, I already have that buff on. I think we're fine on food. Our character's not crying about it, so we should be good. What's this even made out of? Paper and sand. Okay. Oh, it's glass panes. Yup, I get it. Not sure why they don't just give me broken glass or something. Then again, sand is more useful in this game. You know, I'm actually going to spec into strength a little bit. That's the way out of here, but I still need to find the right White River supply cache. Wait, that might break the quest if I break the thing underneath it. Yeah, those really aren't worth breaking, unfortunately. That's how I get iron pipes. This will hopefully give us an engine. But I'm going to be happy with just some scrap iron. Just a bunch of iron. I'm not going to say no to that. I am incredibly over-encumbered. Haha. Perfectly killed them all with my 6 shots. 6 shots, 3 kills, I suppose. It's high noon. Oh, our inventory is extremely full. Let me... I don't know, I guess we have a blue spear now. Customized fittings mod. Better stamina regen? Sure. I'll throw that on my shirt. Never mind, I'll put that on something else. What does this have to go on? That might have to go under the chest. I can just put the bandolier on my pants, I'm pretty sure. Yup. Oh, I got a full mag set of something. Alright, skills. I have completed the Ranger's Guide to Archery. Of course, the one kit I didn't plan on using. Oh god, that looks so cursed. Blue spear looks so weird. It's diseased.
If you got the dukes, I'll make the
2 antibiotics? Hell freaking yeah. I will gladly take that as a quest reward. And you still don't have anything I need? That is correct.
so much. Hey, come again.
Oh my, I even have stuff inside my bike I forwore. And I also had some bow parts in my hotbar I probably should have sold. Let's get this stuff deposited though, because we are moving incredibly slow. Miscellaneous, let's just drop all of this down in there. Keeping the bullet parts on me. Oh cool, we even got another honey while we're out. We're safe from a good few infections. Found a little bit of extra rifle ammo. We have so many plain bandages. Do I know how to make first aid bandages? I do. But I can't just... That's kind of annoying. I can't turn normal bandages into first aid bandages. You're already way higher than me. Well, I know what I'm doing. At least to some degree. Let's put the bow parts in there. I do not need 2 shovels on me. Let's see. Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm gonna take a pipe or 2 with me, just to repair this pistol if need be. You're on day 6 and level 13, you're on day 12 and level 10. Well, you see, if you go out at night, you can get twice as much done at any given point in time. Sure, you might lose a little bit of XP from time to time, but as long as you avoid combat like the plague while you're out at night, you should be fine. But that is going to be it for today's stream. Thanks a ton for stopping by, everybody, and let's see who's live to raid. Alright. Sept2 is live. Let's send a raid his way. See ya, nice stream. Thanks for stopping by again, everybody, and see y'all later.